What are you going to do to make sure you're not the next Solar Winds? And how would you react if this were to happen to you?
I would try not to panic. So the problem here is the scale, right? We're not talking about script kiddies here. We're not talking about someone who randomly came across your website and decided to try to hack it or break in or deny the service you. I mean, this was a very sophisticated nation level cyber attack, lots of time, lots of resources, was able to identify the weakest link, SolarWinds in this case, was able to kind of, break into that chain of trust and get someone else to bring the problem into your network. So the best you can do as a company, I think, is get a CSO, have a plan in place that you can execute on. Again, much simpler to prepare for these things when you're not in the middle of a crisis. Don't make assumptions that software is safe. Test it. Possibly, some of the things I've watched and read, what's becoming very apparent is that, we have to start reacting to these things as a community. There's defense in numbers. We've effectively got wolves at the gate. These cyber bullies, let's call them, who have the time and resources to attack at will, who can watch out for the weakest in the herd, in a sense, who can attack it at a moment's notice. And so the attackers have the advantage. And so to turn that around, we need to start working together as organizations, as communities, as even as nations, US, UK. We need to work together as a community to talk about these things, to help address these things, and to turn around to the people who are doing these things and say, this is not acceptable behavior.
Yeah.
This has many levels to it. It's not simply at your company level, it's at a country level as well that we're talking about here. And again, security has to happen at every level. We've got a chain here from SolarWinds the whole way to your company. Everyone along that chain needs to be doing their darndest to protect and secure the software that they are delivering. So it just needs to become commonplace. We need to talk about security. We need to enforce security. We need to stand up to the bullies.